How we doing today, man? It is another one of the live trade sessions. I don't know why I picked today. I just have a good feeling about today. I think that we're going to get a nice, great trade. And who knows? I'm starting this recording, if you notice, like 7 minutes before market opens, because market open is like when everything happens these days, and it's starting to make me upset. So maybe we get involved, maybe we don't. I'm changing my rules. To I can trade pre-market now. Why can I do that? Not like crazy pre-market, but if I want to take my one trade for the day before market opens, I can take my one trade for the day. And the reason behind that is just the market is moving right open or right before open. It's been really predictable, and you have to learn to adapt to the market. So it's not disrespecting rules, blah blah. No, it's adapting to the market. That's the way I look at it. Am I gonna not just adapt to what the market's showing me and being more profitable? So. But now we also have a chance pre-market to kind of go over what I'm looking at here and kind of what I'm noticing. So immediately I'm noticing the S&T, the bullish S&T. This is yesterday, the low that we reversed off of. We have a bullish S&T. ES swept that low, NQ didn't. We also have an S&T at these highs. So what I want to see is my main target for the day is this high right here. This is Asia high. If I pull this up, this is Asia high. So I'm going to go over this, and then I'm going to pause the video until something else happens or until market opens. Asia high right here. I'm still doing my analysis in the morning. So Asia high on ES, but right now we swept out London high on ES and we have an S&T. So I don't think that's going to matter because how close we are to the relative high, but I do want to see us pull down into this hourly gap here on NQ to then sweep Asia high. And then if we run this high, I want to get a trade before this high gets taken, but again, that could be asking for a ton since market open. I'm expecting this, right off market open. That's what I'm expecting, one candle. So if that does happen, we will be able to take trades to these equal highs here. This is a very strong target. It's all-time highs, so it's pretty simple, explanatory, just trade that. And if we hit these highs and roll over, then I guess we could be looking for lower prices. But that's my alternate thesis. I'm not really looking to take shorts today. Not really too stoked about that. So right now, if we drop, I haven't dropped to the lower time frames yet. And let's pull up the S&P on this chart here. I haven't pulled up the lower time frame. We just got it out now. Just fixing my charts up. Getting all my targets set. All right, cool. So the lower time frame, this is the 5 minute. On the 5 minute, we don't really have anything too clear and obvious of like an entry model. Where would I want to see us sweep liquidity? I'd want to see us sweep liquidity at these lows right here to then go higher. This is where I'd want to see the Judas swing take place. It just makes sense, right? Sweep into this fair value gap and reject off of there. That would make the most sense. If we look on the 15 minute, we have a change in state delivery rate or a block right there, kind of. Let's drop to the 1 minute. 1 minute makes a lot of sense, right? It makes a lot of sense. We come down to this 7 o'clock fair value gap, and then we could go higher. We're probably just gonna go higher off open, like I said, but that's fine. I'm probably not going to place an order before market opens because I think this is a day where we could actually manipulate for once. But yeah, this is my one target I really, really want. And then do we have anything else here that would be good to see? And then yeah, this is a very nice target. Why? Because we have a lot of generated liquidity up here. So really looking for all that to get ran. Really hoping to get a nice solid trade today. What I'm going to start doing as well is instead of just 4 micros, I'm going to try and risk $150 to $200 per trade. Just so I can start doing a set risk amount so I know, okay, my losing days are 150 to 200, and then anything I win, hopefully I win over 200 anytime I win. Since I'm doing one trade a day, I've been more consistent with my winning days and stuff like that. So I just want to be really, really conscious about, making more during my trading session. So yeah, man, that's kind of the plan. I'm going to go ahead and pause this up unless I see an entry, and then I'm going to start it again at market open. We're going to go from there, but I don't think I'm going to do anything. I don't really care about what price does before market open for the next 4 minutes and, save some time on this video. So here we go. All right, let's just start up the video again. I'm going to be grinding some packs. If you guys want to see my team, I'm going to be grinding packs while we do this live video if there's just nothing going on, right? Because a lot of times there's stipulations of what I want to see, and it's the end of the year, and I don't play FIFA often, but I'm trying to build up my team. This is my current team right here. This is a sick team. Got him from rewards, packed him, obviously, packed him. Everyone's first owner, crafted him. Really sick team. My bench is not that great. But yeah, these two are the crazy pulls. and I'm just going to be doing some upgrades on the side if there's nothing going on. I'm not going to obviously be doing that just the whole time. I'm going to be doing it over here, so you guys see me just doing something over here. That's what it is. But again, that's only going to be just in the downtime between not doing nothing. But I wanted to just flex my team on y'all real quick. Okay, so yeah, nothing's really changed in the market. Obviously, I still think we're going to hit London high right off open, maybe even before open. And I want to leave this high here. I want to drop down lower and then get the move. So hopefully we drop lower off open and can get some sort of manipulation. And then, yeah, so what are we going to do here? We're going to go ahead and lock out this account right here. Not trade this one just in case we crash out. You always got to protect yourself. And we have this account here ready to trade today. So market open here. And we tagged the high. But that's on the NQ chart. We tagged the high. Okay, and we're dropping lower. Cool. So I still want to see the same thing. Manipulation into a higher time frame gap, which is this 15-minute PD array, to then go higher. All right, so let's see it. Because we still have Asia high above. I really do want to see that. I want to see max pain. Max pain. Let's recheck news. We have nothing really, but we do have something at 10, so keep that in mind. But it's not really too crucial for me. So we have swept on ES. NQ hasn't. I still think we sweep it on NQ. I still would rather us sweep it on NQ as well. And let's see. Let's get down there. And let's hope we have a good day, man. I forgot to say my prayer that I like to say before the market opens or before I start trading, but we can say right now, thank you, God, for all your blessings and another day to keep going and following your plan. Help me and guide me to where you want me to end up. Amen. So Apex doing 8%. That's kind of crazy to immediately go into a plug, but I wanted to say this right when the video started, but I forgot to. Apex is doing 8% off. So use code Diego on Apex if you want to run up a bunch of accounts. If you want 20 accounts, Apex is the best one to go to. So Apex has 20% off, or 80% off. Wow, not 20. 80% off on all accounts until July 24th. So you got 2 more days if you want to get one of those. And then Alpha Futures, you already know, all of July they have the 0 plan account, 0 activation fee. It is pretty crazy. So yeah, you can just go ahead and get one of those as well with code Diego as well. So that's my shameless plug for the video. Maybe I say it at the end of the video too, or maybe I say it if I get into a trade, because I know some people will skip through to a trade part of the video. But yeah, it really does help me out if we. It does help me out to. To use my code, right? So anyone that just tried the long off open today got wrecked. I'm sure somebody shorted. I'm just sure I'm going to see, that's why I hate TikTok, dude. I'm so sure someone's going to see this SMT and then have just shorted market open. Be like, oh, we swept out London high, and then we got a change in state of delivery right here. And then we had our SMT. And it's just like, I hate that trade. I hate that trade with an actual passion. If you took that trade, good for you. But, I don't know, man. I don't see the vision on that trade. I do, but I don't, man. I don't see the vision. I don't see the vision when the higher time frame narrative, is bullish. But you do you, So this is what I wanted to see, is the Judas swing lower. This is what I wish we did yesterday, is had a, move lower before ripping. But now, do I expect us to hit London low before going higher? Kind of. So now we have 930 opening price here. Using the fair value gap now, let's see. It's a really big. Oh, man. A really big move off open. That is 64. I mean, not that crazy, but still 64-point dump. Really, look at all of this work we did overnight just to dump. Regular trading hours, we pretty much opened where we closed. We have this gap to fill, so I wouldn't be surprised if we fill that gap at all. Regular trading hours, so we're filling that gap here in ES. The regular trading hours, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got into this gap right here. and saw some sort of continuation higher. That's all the gap is? That's kind of crazy. So that shows that we bounced perfectly off of the previous day close yesterday. Wow, I need to pay more attention to that. And that's why we didn't rebalance. So we might not even rebalance that. Immediately having some sort of reaction here off these lows. Because of, okay, now we have SMT here. That doesn't really mean too much because it's not in a fair value gap for me. I'm just trying to give my thoughts. I'm just trying to constantly give my thoughts on what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for, why I don't like something, why I do like something, right? That's the whole point of these videos, is kind of just run through the entire day, obviously. So anyone that took this change in state delivery, you're kind of cooking, but at the same time, you wouldn't have hit any real take profit. Maybe you'd be break even, but this is like, I don't know. You would have entered here, so you would have hit here. You wouldn't have hit this low. Like, you'd either have to take profit here, and that'd be one candle. I don't know. I don't love that trade, though. But, you know, if you got and you won, man, good for you. You know, I can't hate. But, yeah, we're really one trade away from just hitting an absolute gem of... Especially if we're risking like 150 or 200. We're just like a 1 hour away from securing that bag. Getting back to even. That's the goal. But yeah, it's kind of like if I'm going to take a trade, why not risk 200? Because, I don't know, I'm tired of taking trades for half size and taking 2 micros and then just, you know. But again, if we minimize our risk, we haven't had a lose. Like, our biggest losing day so far on this stretch was 115. So that's like about half of the loss that we would take. And then another loss was 170. So this is pretty much similar. This is pretty similar to the loss I would take when I'm trading this account. So that's, you know, but it's nice though, because then my wins will hopefully be bigger if I'm consciously risking enough every time. So just kind of hanging out here right now. Nothing really too great, dude. I would love to. If crypto rips, I'm going to be getting a new PC, new setup, and I want to actually like do stream. Like, I want to stream. Maybe I make a whole separate YouTube to stream. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do it here. Maybe I just do it on Discord. I don't know, but I want to stream like PW. Because I think that's like the goal, bro, is he makes so much money from social media, but I could be wrong, but does PW run a course? I mean, good for him if he does and he runs it back, but I kind of hope he doesn't, just because like I feel like that's inspiring, because he makes so much money through social media, but he doesn't have to kind of run a course. And like, that's something I've been thinking about, dude. It's like if I'm really profitable at some point, I'm making, you know, really good money trading. Would I even want to run a course, or like not even a course, but like would I want to run like live streams paid for? Would I want to run like one-on-one? Like, and again, this is way down the line. If I was really profitable, it's just like a thought I'm having. And I don't know, like, I don't really know if I would, though. Like, that's the thing, is I don't know if I really would. I understand why people do it, because it's kind of like if you're really good at trading, you're making a lot of money, why not monetize that and, like, run up an actual bag from it while helping people? There's a lot of people in the space, obviously, that are very, you know, scammy and fraudulent, but I don't know. So, like, I understand why people do it. It kind of seems like if you don't do it, you know, you're kind of missing out on free bread. But it's just like, I wish there was other ways, but, you know, I mean, who knows? Maybe my code usage goes through the roof soon, but right now my code usage is nowhere near enough to where it's like, you know, you can just like be like, yeah, this is a big income. Like, it's good for me now, and it pays for my trading for the month and stuff. Like, even though I haven't really paid much trading accounts in a while because I've been on the X face for so long, without like getting new ones and stuff and having to pay big fees. But it really is just like one of those things that's like, it's one of those things that's just like, you know, it would be cool to make like 5 figures a month from like an affiliate code. Like, I think PW makes crazy money from his affiliates. So I don't know. So like, that's the thing, is like, maybe I just start streaming more and just give a bunch of just really good high quality stuff, and people just, you know, use your code because of that, and or whatever. Who knows? Because, you know, everyone's always trying to look for other ways to make money. You know, so you have to always pull money out of the market. And it can be like side cash, you know, if you make money from an affiliate code, it can be like side cash, buy more accounts, buy, you know, cool stuff. So just kind of a thought I'm having, just kind of speaking out loud, because yeah, I don't really know if I'd ever want to run a paid service. But again, like, if I was really doing it, I was making 10, 20K a month, nice 3-minute IFVG here on ES. I'm not really curious in this at all, because NQ is down here, but we could be about it if we get something like this, man, on NQ. Like, would you tell me this doesn't look good? I don't know. I don't like these relative equal lows. But if we got that press up, can't deny it. Especially this 5 minute. So I'm very curious to see this 5 minute now that we have this SMT getting put in here. But yeah, again, I don't really know if I'd ever see myself doing that. Like, obviously I could see myself doing it in terms of, like, it is just free money. Like, who would say no to an extra 50K, 10 to 100K a month? Like, obviously 100K, you're really printing this out. You're really grinding it. But people be doing this, man. So it's like, if I knew I was providing value, I knew I was being honest, I knew people were, going to benefit from paying me. There's not anything inherently wrong about it, but it's just like, is it something that I would want to do? And I don't really know. I would like an SMT with London low. That would be beautiful. That would be the ideal dream scenario. Yeah, because it's just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like there's value, like, I don't know. I don't really know if there's ever value in, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm trying to get to. Is I don't really know what I would do. I'm obviously nowhere near the situation to decide on that, but it's just kind of like we're sitting here watching the markets. I'm not going to sit here and not talk the entire video just in case anyone wants to watch all the way through. I'm not constantly having to give analysis of the market, so, that's that too. But it's like, it just kind of feels like, why not run a paid group if I was making 10, 20K a month trading and I had proof and I could actually show it. Why not? It's, what I mean? It's like, what's wrong with that, right? So we have an S&P, there's lows here. This is what I want to see. I want to see continuation through London low now, because at this point I would be careful, my bad, taking trades until we get below this low, because it's kind of just like, this is a random low, although it is 6:30, yeah, just a random low. We're below 8:30 open, and we're below midnight open. So this is a really nice area to try and go long from. See, like, this is where this IFVG here would be really, really good. Although we didn't take London low. That's like the only thing that just, if we miss this trade, it's because of that. We have a 5 minute fair value gap above, unfilled. Could I wait for that one to get closed above? Maybe. But, depending on how we close, right, I would want to see a big rejection wick here like this would have been nice. It's still a rejection wick, but it's not like the most crazy rejection wick. Like, you want to see us really reject this low, which we did, but then this candle would have to immediately have pumped up, and we're kind of like pushing down. So I'd want to see still London low get taken. We'd still have the SMT, and then we would get a very nice press up, and then hopefully we get like a nice 2 minute gap, and then we have a further target for our break even, right? So instead of the 1 minute, we have about 20 points of room to the gap instead of just a 10-point move. So it kind of doubles it. I guess I wouldn't be scared if we don't close this whole thing, but we could just be patient, right? London low right here. I do think London low gets taken. I wonder if we had any 30-second or 15-second trade. Really, I mean, I guess we didn't tap into the 5 minute gap, so it's not really, but the 3 minute gap, we could have had like a 30-second IFVG here. This is pretty solid. There's no real SMT at these highs. There's no like SMT besides up here. So you could have taken this 30-second if you're really bearish to London low. It's not really my favorite trade. I'm not really a bearish guy, so, but it's working out pretty well. You'd be up. You're taking probably 18 points. You'd be targeting. You probably just hold here for 30 points and then get it here in the next two candles. That's very solid. Very, very solid. And we're about to put in that SMT here with the London low. Cool. So we have an SMT here. And then hopefully, yeah, cool. So we have an SMT here. And ideally, ES doesn't fall down and we just start pumping. So now we have an SMT with London low. I wouldn't mind it like really sweeping this low, like putting a move, resweeping, and then going up. So now it's just about how can we find a way to get long if we want to get long. This way we want to get long from. How would we find a way to get long, or are we just going to continue dumping lower? And this is a very, very bullish or bearish drop. So we're about to close this 15 minute. And I can't lie, it's starting to look very, very bearish. We swept out the high there barely, and then we started displacing lower. So ES is looking a lot more bullish. Again, this is why the SMT is something I'm keeping in mind here, because look at this SMT with London low. This looks pretty significant to me, and especially with the way this is about to close in 30 seconds. This is a nice rejection wick, and Q doesn't have the rejection wick though, which is why I'm a little bit suspicious. If it doesn't close below London low, that would be a pretty nice sign, but it doesn't really mean too much because we are, again, very bearish close. This is about a 1/3%, but this is just a very bullish close. This is a very bullish close in ES. And Q's starting to make a really bullish move, so that's really nice to see. Okay, let's see if we get this one candle change state delivery here. We didn't. We closed back into this range, but again, that's a nicer rejection of that low on the 15-minute close than what we could have had. So macro's about to open here in 5 minutes, and then we have news in 15 minutes. So really trying to be careful here with all of that going on. I'm gonna do a quick scan of YM and see. Let's see, quick scan. So we have double SMT with YM, and we're really pumping on YM. So YM has an SMT at Asia high. I'm not the biggest, I don't really know the best way to use these types of SMTs. Don't tell me we have equal lows here. 23, 23, 23, 23, and then let's see what this one is, 23. Okay, we have quad equal, or triple equal lows there, but I don't think we're really revisiting that today. YM's pumping. That's really all I'm going to really worry about here is YM's pumping. I'm just going to use that as confluence that the NASDAQ should pump at some point. So we resweep the low. We still have this SMT right here. So everything's still in place to want to play longs. It doesn't look as amazing as I would want to see it and as quick as I'd want to see it. ES is starting to slowly kind of drop lower. We already swept 930 high, and we're just dumping. So right now, there's not much I can do. Does look like we want this low. So we could see us pull to the 15 minutes. So I'm gonna kind of get rid of all of this analysis right here and kind of just watch the 15 minute. The idea behind that now is, okay, cool. The SMT that we wanted to see happen off market open. Okay, yeah, we're just dumping. So now it really is gonna get to a point where we kind of just pay attention to this 15-minute gap. Do we take a short off of this 15-minute gap here? That's kind of game plan. Immediate move back lower on ES. This is a tricky day. This is definitely a tricky day to navigate so far. Really want to see this low get taken. Have all these draws lower. Guess we could consider that a YM with a SMT with YM. YM still just holding strong though. So we're now really close to that low again. So if we left that low and we make a 15-minute gap, I would want to see us trade up higher and then trade lower. So here we are. We're probably about to just run that low out. ES could have just been lagging, a little push up just to roll over. We put the SMT in with this high. So there's a lot of conflicting ideas here in my brain that's keeping me out of the market, which is all good. So hopefully you guys have a good trading day today. I'm about to get Wordle in 3 today if we if we can get this right letter. So here we go. Come on, there we go. Swept out that. Yeah, so really bearish. So I guess the initial idea was a little bit wrong, but again, it doesn't look wrong, right? We had an S&T here, and we were just placing higher. So who would have thought that we would just dump off London low like this, or London high like this? We are, right? And you just adapt. At this point, I want to see ES sweep London low. But it does keep the S&T intact. This is low of the week. This is the low of the week open. And if we get below here, then I really could look for some sort of move higher. Nothing crazy, just some sort of scalp. So this hourly close is showing me all I need to see. Yeah, I guess I would just play shorts to these lows, because why would we? I don't think we'd have such a strong 30-minute downtrend just to immediately flip all this, but I could be wrong. It's just so hard for me to be short biased. I don't know why. I just really struggle to take shorts. Okay, we got Wordle in 3, baby. Got Wordle in 3. Okay, so there's low of week and London low maybe on ES. Nope. Again, I wouldn't mind leaving this and then pumping back to this 15-minute gap. I doubt it. But then if we get all the way back up here, it's kind of wraps. We've gone straight down 140 points off open. So there's low of week. Right there. Yeah, because it's all Friday price action. And then Friday's lows inbound at this point. So this is a pretty melty day off the all-time highs. London lows taken on ES. Cool. We had the wrong bias come into market open, and guess what? We didn't lose because of it. You don't lose just because you have the wrong bias. That's the beautiful part. Now it's just about, do we take this low and play a reversal, or do we see us leave that low and then play this 5-minute gap here? That's what I'm now more curious about rather than the 15-minute. I'm more curious about this 5-minute gap now. If we can leave this low, trade back up to it after 10, get a trade lower, that's the game plan. But it looks like we're just melting. We're just melting right now. So I was just hoping the market wouldn't rip straight off open. I guess my prayers were answered because we are definitely not ripping off open. I was scared that we were going to go pump all the way up here before market, like right at market open. So what next? This low is kind of crazy, but ooh, I remember this day. This day was clean. That low could be, I mean, we could just melt today. We really could. Wow, bro, what is happening? I genuinely, like, I did not expect this. Yes, swept the low. I mean, I genuinely did not expect this. Cool, though. Maybe we're leaving all-time highs. Ain't the worst idea. But, like, what do you, like, how do you trade this? How do you trade this? How do we trade this? I don't know. Let's go on Twitter and watch everyone already made $20,000 today. Guess not. Wow, we're already down here? What the heck? Dude, what this like we are on the day we are dropping 1%. This 4-hour candle is down 69% or 0.69%. 91% or almost 1% on the hourly. This is insane. Well, man, what can we do about it, you know? Guess we wait for news at this point. This is wild stuff. Wild stuff. Get a little press. Let's see if we just hold this for fair value gap. I want to just see what happens if we get to this 5, if we can pull all the way back to this 5-minute. Now I really want to just see equilibrium of this move. Let's look for something that equilibrium. I mean, I don't know. I think these are the type of days I just, I don't really know what to do. Some people are beasts at trading these conditions, though. They just go short right here. Low key, that's like a really good discretional short. Just we get a little move up, we have a clear draw on liquidity lower, and we get a nice invalidation of the move, and then we just dump. That's a pretty clean short, but I mean, ow, brother. How do you guys like the short? Let's see. Just curious. I'm gonna go on TikTok and see who took this trade. I'm sure somebody's already up $1 million. Nice little push up. Nice little push up here. See if we get anything. Patience, man. What can you do about it, right? What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Let's see the 4-hour. 4-hour though, we could ooh, you know what? We're into this daily gap. Wow, that was too obvious. That was too obvious. This daily gap was too obvious. Should have known. So, okay, we could get some bullish moves out of this daily gap. For sure. See the ES tag the daily gap? It did. Is the day just kind of cooked here? Is the day already done? Is it a no trade day? Again? Trying to do connections here while we wait for something that makes sense. It's how strongly down this 30-minute is, man. Let's go. I got green category so far on connections. This game, if you don't know. But, man, market is not inspiring whatsoever today. Market is not inspiring me. We got yellow. All right. I had some crazy dreams last night, bro. I woke up and just started putting it all into Chat GPT because I was like, this is crazy. Try to get it all, tell me what it meant and stuff. Seems like I guess I'm just stressed out or something. And we got blue, okay. So we are good with connections. We got all of them with no mistakes. I don't really understand the purple category though. This is a really boring day. But like, what am I gonna do? And then I just feel like anything I do try and do is just dumb because like, what is this? 10 o'clock's opened here. The news did nothing really. 4-hour closed as bearish as you like. Tap to the 4-hour order block. Okay. I should have paid more attention to the 4-hour. And why do I say that? Well, we had this inversion before market even opened. And we tagged into the order block and rejected really strong. Yeah, we kind of fumbled today. Today was a little bit of a fumble. We had a really strong inversion on the ES as well. I should have been a little bit more bearish. Coming to open, and then that being said, you could have traded that 30-second trade I told you about. So I should have had more of a bearish bias. So it makes sense. Look, this was the inversion. We tagged into that order block. Change state delivery, and then we had a pullback with London low below, and then a lot of lows, and then we have a 30-second IVG there. So you know what? Actually, really outstanding day for the short side market. Unfortunately, your boy didn't catch that. And then also too, like where we had the SMT here with this high as well. So this is a very nice short. I just fumbled back. So there's no reason to get FOMO if I see someone else take that because I could have taken it. I just didn't read the market well. So that's just completely on me. So yeah, like that me missing the short there was completely on me. That was free as can be. I mean, yeah, there's obviously conflicting bias in terms of we did have the SMT here, so you know you could have been like, oh, I'm kind of bullish. We're kind of recovering, but as soon as we start seeing the speed, right? When you see this move, when this is the first 5 minute off open, do you really think that we're not coming down here? Like, absolutely not. So I should have just been more anticipative of shorts. That's on me. I take accountability for that. That stinks. Yeah, wow. That's unfortunate. Because looking back, that is very clear. I get why I didn't like it, though. I get why live time, I didn't recognize it. I didn't really pay too much attention to the 4-hour. That's all right. I don't see anything I like, man. This is when I'm going to start ripping some packs on FIFA. I'll let you guys know if I get anything good. But, like, I don't know, dude. I can't long. So, okay. I can't short unless we at least get to this 5 minute gap. I just can't short. And then I can't long until we build some sort of targets, like some sort of liquidity. There's nothing for me to do here. So like, you know, it's that. So yeah. Still doing a whole lot of nothing. I'm going to pause this video just so it doesn't go like hours. Because who knows? I'm going to pause it and then I'm going to restart anytime I see something I like. All right, so we're starting to get something that I might be interested in. We have an SMT at these highs. We're about to, and this is a 5-minute gap. I want to see this be an SMT. Potentially would play an IFEG short back down to these lows, continue the trend. Do I think that we just found the bottom? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I'd want to see us make that fair value gap here on the 1 minute. I don't really want to drop down any lower than the 1 minute, but the SMT would be ideal right here. And then we'd invert this 1 minute gap if we can leave it open. Wouldn't be the worst. I mean, this kind of small. See, 3 minute could happen. So that's kind of the idea here. Just see how this works and see how the look sets up. We have equal lows on ES, and we kind of have these lows here on NQ. So right here, we get the SMT. So that's the SMT. The first 5 minute we've also tapped into. So yeah, now I'm going to keep my eyes on this for a second and just see, 21 seconds, see if we get anything we like there. See. Okay, so we have that fair value gap. I want to see some strong displacement though through it. We have, this is our final target. Is this the best ever trade? That's where I'd have to kind of, let's see. So we're just going higher, and that's fine. I just kind of did notice that, and I wanted to start the video recording again to see if we got anything. We could just make a 15-minute gap as well, or a 30-minute gap. I'm cool with either of those situations as well, because this is a very significant move lower. I doubt that we are just ready to be bullish now. We can make a 5-minute gap. That would be a nice short as well. There's a lot of potential here for something. So I'm gonna kind of leave the I'm gonna pause the recording again because I still haven't seen exactly what I want to see. I do want to maybe see a 5-minute develop because I don't like the size of this fair value gap. It's really zoomed in, and I don't like the size of the 3-minute, 2-minute, or anything else. So the 5 minutes is the only one I'd want to see. So I'm just gonna keep my eye on this, and then I'll again start the recording if I see it again. I don't really like pausing like this, but it's already 40 minutes. I don't want this to be a 3-hour video. All right, so still nothing really much, but we have this 5-minute opened up. We still have the SMT, so this 5-minute gap now I'll be looking for an inversion. So I guess I will wait, or we see it trade back down to and get a really nice inversion to go long. So those are my 2 game plans, and obviously I'll just kind of let you know which one happens. And we have a 15-minute gap, so this will support the shorter bias as well. So yeah, that's my game plan. I'll just lob an update to you guys whenever we get one. So yeah, I'll keep pausing and starting until we get something good, but I don't really see anything yet that I'm going to act on yet. I am starting to kind of move away from my bearish idea. If we do inverse this really strongly, yeah, I'll still be looking for shorts. But yeah, I'll still be looking for shorts if we get a really solid inversion. But now I'm really kind of trying to see what happens if we get into here and look for long potential, because I think there's a lot of room to move to equilibrium. And, I don't want to kind of short a dead horse. That's not really saying, but do we really expect us to just keep dumping all day? Maybe. That would so I don't know. I'm going to cross something really, really clean. I guess is kind of what I'm trying to get at here is I would need to see something super, super, super clean to really want to put action on it. So really just the 5-minute closing below or some sort of move higher out of the 5-minute. That's the game plan here. We still have the SMT, which is good. So again, back to the pause we go. So we're getting some sort of structure here, but it's not really looking great. There's no real speed. I think it's just generating some liquidity, which makes sense. Kind of similar to yesterday, but the opposite side. We get a really strong move off open, and then it kind of just chops around here. for the rest of the to generate liquidity, right? We just dumped and dumped and dumped. If we want to continue dumping, we have to generate some sort of liquidity. So just see if we get anything here. The next 5 minutes about to open. We are starting to kind of displace lower off this. We have a 30-minute going to open. So the next 5 minutes is going to be pretty important. If the next 5 minutes sends us lower, the 5 minute, right, we could take the inversion. If not, we could look for some sort of long. I wouldn't mind seeing some sort of inversion right here on something, right? We're not getting it, but maybe potentially this thing. Kind of zoomed in though. But we are in this 5 minutes, so we could go either way. I do not have anything to force really. Trading's boring. Trading's so boring. One thing I do want to talk about is that kid Thomas, dude. Every once in a while when Thomas on TikTok, I see his TikToks, he just discourages me, and I don't know why. Like, I feel like I've been doing it long enough to know that trading's possible, but like every once in a while I'll listen to him talking. It's like, bro, he is so convinced that day trading is like impossible. Like, he says he doesn't think it's impossible, but he like talks about, I don't know. It basically says that trading is possible with ICT concepts, and I feel like it's possible. I feel like I can do it. I feel like I've seen it work, but I don't have like the profits and stuff, so I kind of just get discouraged. So if anyone has any words of advice on how to not let that guy or just those types of ideas discourage you, let me know. But yeah, we definitely fumbled the bag on shorts. But like at the same time, my exact model isn't here besides the 30-second. So I'm not going to sit here and cry about this because I don't really take that many 30-second trades unless it's super, super clean. So yes, this was it, but I'm not going to like sit here and cry about not taking this trade at all. So maybe we check back in closer to this 5 minute candle closing. I think that's what we'll do in 3 minutes. I'll check back in, man. All right. We might get something here. So we're getting a beautiful pump, and it might look random until you factor in the fact that this is a 30-minute gap, a massive 30-minute gap. But this is a 30-minute gap, nonetheless. Here that we are rebalancing to, and we could get a very, very good 1 minute IFVG trade here. This would be the play. So yeah, we swept the high on both assets. And yeah, that's what we're looking for now. It's just some sort of move lower. Off this, is it the highest probability? No, but if the market wants to keep going down, we're going to keep going down. But now we just got to pay attention to how order flow happens here. It needs to be quick and aggressive. It needs to happen within 1 or 2 candles to get back below here. Otherwise, I'm not interested at all. So that's the idea here. We'll target this low, and it would be something like this. I'd probably be aggressive with the break even just because we should dump. I would be break even if we close below this fair value gap. I'd be break even because it should dump. So we'd look something like that. 35 points, around about, we could risk 35 times $2 a point. That's 70. That's 200 divided by 70. We could risk like 3 micros. We could get away with 3 micros on this trade. Hold for this low, hit a 1 to 7. Yeah, that's the game plan here. So see how that happens. Again, I want to see it be a strong candle. It needs to be a strong candle. I like this resweep. So let's see if we get anything or if we just keep pumping, right? Either way is fine. If you would have entered off of this move, you could have targeted this high and got 12 points. Like if you're an ultra scalper, this is really strong. This is a really good trade if you're scalping. Let's see if we get a 2 minute. So now we do have this 2 minute as well in a 40 seconds. So really either one, right? Really either one. It doesn't matter to me. But we're being patient. We'll wait for the 30 minute. And a lot of times you see this, man. You see us put in that 30 minute. Really, really strong bearish close. And then, we just roll over. So I don't want to see us spend much time above these highs if we're going to go lower. I'd want to see it be pretty quick and speedy. So we have the 2 minute gap. Let's see. We might make it 3 minutes. So really, the more the merrier, right? I don't care how many we put in. But Yeah. Do I expect us to make a move all the way back up to here? Like, again, if we don't inverse this and start pushing lower, maybe we could start having that idea. But I don't know. I don't know, man. But we do have to consider that all of our targets get hit. So I don't know if I really love shorts, but where am I going to go long from? That's like the real question. Where do I go long from? Could have gone long from here and target equilibrium, be break even. But that's not really super, I don't know. If we get this with some strong displacement, I'll take it. If not, we'll look for some sort of potential long trade. Let's see what happens when we go to equilibrium of this entire move. But I think we're going back to the pause until I see something, man. Yeah, we're going to go back to the pause. But all right, back off pause, back off pause. We are equilibrium on ES, equilibrium on NQ. Starting to kind of get rejection. This wouldn't be the worst frame right here of an IFEG. Kind of want to see what happens here. If we want to push lower, but we do have now this 5 minute that's going to open up. So this is where things get interesting to me. What are we looking at now? Are we looking at move lower, or are we looking at a start of a buy model towards this high? This is where I'd want to see market draw towards later in the day. So I kind of would rather see us get really, really close. So this might be a day where we kind of sit here and kind of wait. We wait for market to do its thing and see what we get. I wouldn't mind playing longs out of this 5 minute gap. Just see. Yes, let's get a nice inversion here. One trade day is tricky, man, because you don't want to take your trade too early or on something kind of random and then get break even or take a small loss and then see your really, really good setup. So just being careful and patient and all that. I'm really just caught between do I think the market's going higher or lower from here? The only reason I say I don't think it goes lower is because we've ran all of the prominent liquidity. We're in this daily gap and we're starting to get some legs out of the daily gap. This is really bullish. Do I really think that we're going to do this at all-time highs and then come back down? I don't think so. I'm going to play longs here. I'm going to be looking to play longs, especially if we can get something super clean. So I want to see us build some highs right here, generate some highs, pull back down, and then get a nice move higher. So I will bring us back together when we see that. Yeah, don't have anything to do yet. Something I want to mention right now that I'm seeing is this IFEG. Do I want to take it? I don't know, because it looks like just a very likely break even, but we do have an SMT at these highs and these highs, and we're not getting it. I don't know if I want to take it, but it's something I am noticing as a potential. But I just feel like we're going to drop in here and get a long setup, or maybe run these lows and get a long. Kind of just more wanting to play longs now than kind of exhaust the short bias. But who knows? We have another 2 minutes till the macro opens, And we'll be back, man. This is a weird day. Hopefully we can get something so I can actually upload this video. If not, I don't know if I upload this, but we'll see. Another little micro update. I'm starting to lose hope in today. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. We have an SMT at these highs. It is a very, very shallow SMT, but I don't even know why I'm making the update. That's just something I noticed. I don't know, bro. I don't know how I feel about this. I want to see us get down to this gap right here and then potentially... But we could just be ripping, bro. This is annoying. But, like, what am I going to enter off of? Like, I'm just being honest. What am I entering off here? The only great entry would have been, like, here. Enter off this inversion. But, like, I still don't even love that trade. I need to see an S&P at the lows and then get along. That's the game plan. That's the game plan. It's going to stay the game plan until we either get no trades or we get a trade. So this hourly open too, we'll have an hourly gap. I could just call the day and not trade. It's always frustrating, but we could just call that. We have a real resweep of that high. Still on SMT. What would this look like? What would this look like? Go break even hyper aggressively at these lows. Hyper aggressive break even. 25 points. That's like a 4 micro trade. Break even at that low and then target like the midpoint of this gap. Could get behind that. I could very well get behind that. Let's see, man. With the new hourly open as well, especially if we tag that for value gap. Let's see what happens here in 30 seconds. I'll keep you guys here. I'm not going to pause it right now. Let's see what happens. That could get curious. That could get me curious, man. That could get me very curious. Curious. Could get me curious. So hourly's about to open. Just sitting at ripping packs. We haven't got anything yet. I'll let you guys know, man. I'll let you guys know if we get anything. If we get anything sick. But we are building up the player pool nicely. Okay, so the hour is just open. What do y'all think about this though? This idea right here. Even just target a 1-to-1, like 25 points. Let's tag that hourly gap. Okay, hourly sweep. Just about. Get that move lower. You can see like the energy from the beginning of market open till like an hour, 2 hours later. It's just like it starts to die. You start to just be like, why am I still here? Why am I still here just to suffer? Just to suffer. And da-da-na-na-na. Yep, I figured that'd be the last pack I could get there. See if we got an 87 squad for once. 87 squads are like impossible. Ooh, we got one. Doesn't really matter. They kind of stink. They're kind of stinky. Build. Ooh, we got two. Wow. Three. Wow. We're not going to get a fourth, are we? We're not going to get a fourth, are we? We're not going to get a fourth art. No, we didn't. Okay. That was crazy. Okay, let's lock in here. Let's lock in here. Let's lock in. There's a good chance. We're recording. Yeah, we're recording. Not a good chance, but there is a chance we get a trade here. 20 seconds. Let's lock in, lads. Let's lock in. Okay, we didn't get that closure. 50. This would be nice though, 2 minute. I will take this if we don't tag the low, and then I'll be going break even hyper aggressively at the low, targeting this gap. That could actually be my break even. We're gonna just target like a 1 to 25 points. We're gonna scale most off there, or scale it all off there actually, and be happy with the day. Oof. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know how I feel. Feel a little nervous, a little nervy. We didn't get the 2 minute though. That's kind of stupid. Or the 3 minute. Tagging that 5 minute bullish order block. It's just like such a hyper scalp, but I do like it. In the macro. It would need to happen on this candle. On this candle would be solid for sure. Because we'd have a 2 candle up order block and then IFVG, SMT at the highs, I believe still. The only thing against is the equal highs here. That's the only thing that is against this trade, but we might not even get it, so. Or we could just long this unfilled 5 minute gap. That might be the game plan. Would I be more confident playing a long? Yes, I would. I have better targets. Let's leave the equal highs. Let's drop lower. And let's play an IFVG off this low. I think that's a better game plan. I think that's a better game plan. If we don't get down there, we don't get a trade. This unfilled 5 minute. Okay, that's strange. It's unfilled on the MNQ, but it's filled on the real NASDAQ. I don't like that at all. Okay, let's do the 3 minute unfilled then. 3 minute unfilled gap. If we can get down there, we will look for it. We're gonna keep our eye on this one though, just in case. And I will probably go ahead and pause this again here. Yeah, let's go ahead and pause us again, see if we get that. While we're waiting, man, I want some of that streamer luck on packs. So I'm going to show you guys. I just crafted some. Let's see if we can get anything sick, because sometimes when you're showing your screen, I feel like you get something sick. So here we go. Gonna open a bunch of 100Ks. Just rinse and repeat, man. This is the process. This is the grind that we're doing. Right now, market's not doing nothing I'm interested in. So we're just doing this. Quick sell. See if we get anything. I already have 99 Nuno Mendes. I really just want Pele, like R9. I don't know who else tonight, like Messi. Just want something like that. These first three have been bad. This is not good. It really depends on how many. I really need to make sure how many 50 player packs I got to craft. We'll see that in a second. Here we go. Nothing, man. I don't know. The streamer luck might not be working. Because you guys are watching, man. I'm getting bad packs. Okay, there's at least something back. 90. It's not bad. Storage. Not getting nothing so far in this batch. Takes a long time. Dude. Okay, 89. We'll take it. It's all right. And an 88 and an 85. That's all right. But you guys are not bringing the luck. You guys have not been bringing the luck. 82.20. This is where I need to start seeing nothing, bro. Wow, you guys are selling me. You guys are selling me, bro. I need big packs here. That's why I need big players back so I can keep this going. Okay, we're starting to dump on NQ. Again, I'm keeping my eye on this. It's not doing anything. There we go. Some specials. 93. Okay, let's see if we get anything behind it. 91, 88, 87. Not horrible. Nothing behind it, though. That's not bad, though. That's not bad. We want to see. We haven't got to the big packs yet, which is the 83 times 20s and the 50 player packs. Icon. Okay, 97 Puyol. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. 88. Send him to storage. And then, do we have anyone else? No. That's not bad, though, at all. How much time is left on this candle? 40 seconds. Dude. Just keep going. We need something here. From here on, we need some good stuff. Team of the year? No, I thought it was team of the year. I'll take not the best pack unless we have some dupes. Yeah, not the best pack. Cancel. Send SBC storage. Yeah, not the best pack there. Would have liked a little bit more. Let's see. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have 6, 7. We have 7 of them. That's good. It's another Florian Wirtz. Martinez. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Did we get anything else? We did not, but we got a few 86s. That's all right. See if anything at the bottom of the pack. You never know. I like how we're generating liquidity to take a long later after we get down to this gap here. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not going to take this short. Although, let's just keep ripping here and see if we even get a closure. 29 seconds. Let's just see if we can cycle through these 7 packs. Okay, let's get something good. That's not great, but at least it's 89. 1, 2. We got 3 89s from this pack. Not the worst. You want to at least break even on these packs. You want to at least break even. We have 39 seconds here. Okay. Do I want to take this trade? Hold up. Let me lock in for real. Okay, didn't even close. Cool. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. Oh, that's so frustrating. Why are you like this, Mac? Okay. Let's go. Let's keep grinding through these. Icon. Not a good one. We got 2 players worth something. Okay, 88. We'll take that. We'll take those. Nothing behind the pack. 22 seconds. A few more of these. Footies, maybe. Or is it for birthday? Yeah, it's for birthday. Dang. Why can't I pack anything, bro? Okay, this is good, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we broke even on the pack, and there's might be stuff behind it. No. But we still broke even on that pack. This is always good to see. So that would be... Okay, didn't even close below. So we don't even have to feel bad about missing the shorts there. Okay, a few more of these. Take me there. Nope. Get rid of them. All right, here we go. Come on. Footies. I think that's a footies. Park Ji-sun. We have them, though. We already have them. And Pop. It's a 290s. Not a bad pack. Send to storage. Send to storage. Send to storage. We'll excel the rest. See, this IFUG is way too slow for me to want to make a play on it. Even though it would work, even though I need to see it work for me to be able to take a trade. Oh, we still have 2 more. Okay, let's rip. Let's rip. Let's rip. See, yeah, again, it's too slow for me to want to take a short here. Icon, be something crazy. No. Pedro, Courtois. Okay. Oh, okay. See, this is a really good pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. So we made profit on that pack. Plus, we got other ones. That's really good. Ozyman goes to the club. Check the back of the pack, and we're gonna have to do another cycle. Last pack here. Maybe last pack for you guys for the video. Unfortunately for y'all. But let's see. Something big. Nope. Nothing. Rio. This card is rare though. Cherokee, Rice. Rice is nothing. Oh, Rice is something. Okay. Send a club. 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 Okay. Nothing else here. Let's lock in on the charts real quick. And if we can't get anything now, then I'm done for the day. So we're dropping lower. I need to see us get into here and get a play higher. I really do like all this liquidity here built up. See if we get some sort of SMT with this low. That would be nice as well. This is a really nice, like if you shorted here, there's no way we don't tag this low, but like why would you be taking a 1-point trade? 100% on my phone, unplug. Yeah, like if you're taking a trade here, why? Okay, cool. It would, like, you'd be break even, but it'd probably stop you at break even. And let's see if we get a play. I want to see it drop one more time to potentially fill this 3-minute gap, or this, really just see this 1-minute gap get traded to would be ideal. SMT though at those lows. We don't have anything to inverse though. 2-minute. Yeah, absolutely nothing to inverse. Potentially this 5-minute, but that's sus. Okay, so this is like an anomaly candle. Reswept. See, like this order block doesn't look bad to take a trade off of. I might potentially do that, dude. 20 seconds. Let's get an idea of what's happening here. Let's go. Okay, let's see. I like this. Good enough to take a staff. We have a 15-second version. We have a 15-second version. If we get this order block strong. Okay, I like that. Target higher. I want an IFEG though. I want to see us sweep that with an IFEG. I like the SMT that we're starting to cook up here. But if we do push higher, and we inverse this, I could then go on this trade here. I want to see us inverse this. But I do like this. Going to get in light here.
Order filled.
Gonna go in light there. Could have a really low stop, but I'm gonna let it have some breathing room, and then we're gonna target. Let me know, like there. Want to see this 15-second get closed above. Break even at these highs. We're gonna just take something off there just to secure a little profit on the day. And then be break even. And then let our runner do its thing. Not a great reaction lower. I don't really love this no more. Pretty immediate dump lower. I might just close this here and take a small loss. Might just cut this. I don't like this at all. The S&T is still holding though. I'm not going to panic. As long as we're holding the S&T, no reason to panic fully. I might just take the small L here and just move on with my day. There's better trades. I feel like we're just kind of trapping shorts, and then we're going to rip through these highs. I just want to give it a second here. I could just cut this trade for a small loss here and come back another day. This will be my break-even point though now. It's kind of cooked, but like doesn't look great, lads. Doesn't look the best. I don't really love this trade anymore. But hopefully the S&T keeps holding. Probably shouldn't have taken this trade. But I think the not trading for 4 days kind of set me up for this one. But if we continue pushing right here, it could be good. I'm going to go break even pretty aggressively just because it should take off once it takes out that first high. But yeah, not in love with this trade anymore. A little bit late in the day too. Still looks good. ES is still pushing. NQ just stalled. We just slowed down here in this area. Could close the trade here for a small loss in the day, but I just feel like it's still looking good. Still looking like it could give us a profit, so why close it? It needs to start accelerating now. I don't like that at all. It needs to start taking out the highs and then pushing higher. Might just close it here. I might just close it here, boys. But the SMT is still in play. Let's look at the 15th minute real quick. I don't want to just take the small L and move on with my day, man. Why lose 100, 200 bucks here? Needs to have a push now. I just don't like it at all now. Why lose 100 on this when we could just lose 30? New 30 minute just opened, so I'd want to see this start going higher now. I might just take a small L here on the day. Give the trade 2 more minutes. I'm just not happy with this trade, but I can't get myself to close it. What's wrong with me? I can't figure out what's wrong with me. I can't close the trade here for some reason. I can't close it for a small loss. Needs to make a new high now. Go on break even. I don't care. It shouldn't slow down.
Order filled.
Just to get something out of this disaster of a trade. We'll just let the thing play out now. I'm cool with whatever. It's probably going to stop us out at break even. I'm cool with literally whatever. I mean, we're just going to try and get $100 a day, $200 a day, I mean. So, this is my, like, again, you see me partial out, but it's because I don't like the move anymore. So 200 minus 22, we need 178. So we're going to go for 180 right there. And if we get it, we get it. If not, like, it's no big deal. Right? We're at break even. We took off one just because I don't want to be in two at that point. And then, yeah, hopefully we continue to pump from here. If not, we're just going to kind of sit. Hopefully it starts moving away so we have a little bit of a sweat, you know? A little bit of a sweat. I just didn't like the speed at all when everything was said and done. We have an SMT at the high now. I mean, it's going to stop us out at break even, but that's cool. Let it do its thing. A nice order block here would be huge. Immediate order block out of the fair value gap would be something nice. Just happy to not have lost on this dumb trade. Wow. Miracle?
Order filled.
No. Do I even like? What's the point of even posting this video? Like such a boring day. Trade was not the best. This is probably my worst trade I've taken in a long time. Not because it took so long to play out, but like what is this trade, dude? It looks good mechanically, but time of day is off. The move already happened for the day. I really like looking at today. I think it just something. It came down to. It just came down to me needing to just be more disciplined, be more patient. We did not lose the trade. It counts as a loss on our other contract, but I didn't trade Monday. I didn't trade Friday, so that would have been 4 days, like the weekend, right? Saturday, Sunday, 4 straight days we didn't trade, and then it would have been a 5th straight day. So I think I just wanted to force something. That's just something I have to get better at. Is not needing to force something into the market. I hope that we get stopped out at break even and it runs higher from here, just to kind of like, because we got a bad entry. Should have entered here, and we'd still be in this. I guess the limit order would have been better off here if we just left it here, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, I still think we go higher. Like, it's nothing. It's not. I'm not mad about the price read. The read I had on price. I'm just upset with like needing to take this trade. I didn't need to take this trade at all. And then as soon as I was in it, I realized how much I just didn't like the trade when we were stalling through here. This is what I'd more so want to see. Like, this is nicer quality. Like, the move is starting to happen now. But everything was in line. We had the SMT inside the 5-minute gap. Inside the 5-minute gap, we had the change of state delivery. I mean, we really just trudged along. It's really not my favorite day, if I'm going to be honest, but I'm going to post this video regardless, even though it makes me look like an idiot. But where do I feel like these mistakes kind of stem from today? Or not, mistakes. Where did the anxiety, kind of like the bad trade performance come from today? Well, not trading for 2 days in a row. I have to journal this and remember that I don't have to take a trade every single day. I need to make sure that I don't need to take a trade every single day. Just because we didn't take the last 2 days we didn't trade, I don't need to get involved automatically. That's one thing. 2, time of day. It's kind of late in the session. It's pretty much lunch now. Should anticipate chop. 3, all of our targets were hit for the day, which, I mean, we just didn't have the right buys come into the market open, but then when they dump lower, whenever this low gets taken, I probably should be looking to be done for the day, just because unless I'm taking immediate rebalance off the low, this is a higher probability, but trying the long here, you're kind of middle of nowhere. You could go higher or lower, so not really like the high. It's just not really the highest quality, right? It's not really the highest quality. It's very, very similar. If we look at the loss that we took, if you got, again, I might need to stop doing these live videos because I think it makes me like want to take a trade more. If we look at this loss, if you guys go back to this day and look at this losing trade, it's my last losing trade that we've taken. Very, very similar day. Very, very similar day. And I was thinking that in my head, like, hey, this is a very similar day to the day that I lost when I kind of forced a trade. So it was very similar to this, but this time I didn't force a short. So what I did last time was very, very similar market, but I forced a short right here, like on this type of trade, and it lost. So this time I learned from it, but I was like, okay, I'm not going to short because my targets were hit, but I'll look for a long. And realistically, I just shouldn't look for a trade at all. But you live and you learn. We escaped today, luckily. And I guess we came out better off not closing the trade for a $30 loss because at the end of the day, the SMT did end up holding. I would have gone break even this high regardless. So, we either just would have made nothing or we get stopped out. So it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not like I sold myself short. I probably came out ahead. But the idea was to get a take profit this high in this fair value gap, but to kind of like trail the limit above, so just in case we kind of like made equal highs and dumped. And we ended up getting filled like around here. I should have just let it play out. Would have got me an extra like $6. Like nothing crazy, but there's levels to it. So yeah, that was the day. That's like the reflection. Not super stoked on it at all. And again, I seemed nervous in the trade, not because like of the dollar amount I would lose, but I was more so frustrated with once I entered, I kind of reflected on it. I'm like, I mean, right away it looks all right, and then we get this dump, and then we chop like this. And then I'm just thinking through all the things like why am I in this trade? Why would I put myself in a position to lose this trade? That's frustrating. We had the 15-second IFEG, which was another reason for the trade. I did take an IFEG, right? Don't worry, right? We're not trading our model. So I didn't not trade my entry model. It's kind of like yesterday. Like you can see your entry model, but you still have to use discretion on when and when it's not going to be effective. These random areas here, it's a little bit harder. Like yes, I could have predicted this high to get ran, but do I really need to get involved? Do I need to potentially lose to chase after just this high? Probably not. I need to be playing more clear draws and liquidity like London low, these lows, right? What was a way better trade today? Well, a way better trade was a 30-second short towards London low, right? I would have much rather played London low trade. We have a pullback. We have a very, very strong clear and fast invalidation of the pullback. If anything, you could even get in here, trade down to this low, boom, you take profit, you let your runner go, or you take it all off, and you have a great day. I just kind of got convinced, or I just didn't take it. I had the wrong bias coming to market open, then I tried the fourth trade. So, not in love with today. Happens. We'll be back. This is a long one, but obviously you guys are going to be skipping through the video. So, if you made it to the end of the video, Apex is running 80% off till July 24th. So, that's 2 days to help your boy to run up his code, help him make some money. I appreciate you. And Alpha Futures, end of July, we have the zero plan. That's going crazy. Code Diego on both. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Subscribe if you're new, and can't let days like this happen. We got to really learn from it. We're still doing better. We're still improving. We're still improving on our trading. But you know, every once in a while, I'm human. We're gonna have a day that it doesn't go like we should have it go. Right? We can't really be having days like this. It's pretty unacceptable. But again, like we followed our rules, one trade, proper risk. We've took our model, but it's just like we forced our model to be there instead of just no trade today, right? Instead of just saying, you know what, no trade, let's come back another day. We kind of forced our model to be there and got to learn from it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.